All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another match here in the Action Palace Amateur Team Cup 2. This is a 9-ball match between Bob Deturk from 8-Ball Scholars and Trayvon Miles from Team Scotty Doesn't Know. Looks like Trayvon won the lag. They're playing 9-ball. This is a race to 5. And the overall score is going to be a race to 11. So first team to get to 11, 8-Ball Scholars are the defending champions. Team Scotty Doesn't Know was on a tear. They'd won like 2, 3, 4 matches in a row. But then our last match, Team 8-Ball Scholars got back on the board. So all the matches from here on out are going to be very important, very high drama. But this one even more so because Team 8-Ball Scholars can get back. If Bob can get them back within one match, then it's pretty much anybody's game. But I'm pretty sure Trayvon is going to want to get, another match and get a 3-match lead here for Team Sky Doesn't Know. Just doing some table mechanic here, cleaning off all the fuzz and all the other stuff that's probably on the table. They want to play on the best table possible. All right, here we go. This is an alternating break format. Team 8-Ball Scholars, they are the defending champions of this event. So they are trying to hold on to their crown, while Team Sky Doesn't Know from Columbus, they're trying to take down the champs. So right now they got a 2 matches lead. So we'll see where we're going to be at the end of this match. Trayvon making sure that rack is where he wants it to be. All the balls are touching. Cue ball's on the spot. All right, he's ready to go. Trayvon usually has been having a really good break, especially in 9-ball. So we'll see what he does here. Okay, good break. Looks like he got the wing ball and a couple other balls. Doesn't look like he really has a shot on the 2. That really sucks. 4 balls on the break, and then you get hooked on the ball you got to shoot with. Looks like he's probably going to be doing a push out here. For anybody that is unfamiliar with the push out, in games like 9-ball and 10-ball, the shot immediately after the break, if you're hooked, you can push the cue ball onto anywhere on the table. You can hit any ball, no foul, as long as you don't scratch. Nothing that doesn't have to hit a rail. You don't even have to hit anything. It's just you're trying to leave your opponent a tough shot. Your opponent then has the option to take that shot or give it back to you. So you don't want to go super tough to where you're going to get something tough back. He might also be going for this with a kick shot. Yep, he was going for, at least going for the hit. Look at this. Great shot. right off the bat. 4 balls on the break, and then a long table kick shot to make his object ball. All right, so he's got the cut on the 3. Looks like he's probably going to run into the 9 either way, whether he stuns it or whether he follows it. Yep, use it there for a blocker. Doesn't have the best shot on the 5 ball, but if he can pocket the 5 natural shape, can get him onto the 6. Yep, he's lining up right now. Taking his time. This is the opening rack. And Bob breaks next, so Travon definitely wants to get a win on his own rack. Good shot. At this point, it just becomes a ball making game right here. Trying to look at the tangent line now, see if he's going to scratch with this, but I don't think he will. I think he can hit this with just a center ball or a high ball. Good stroke. Dead center pocket. Good shape on the 9 ball. And he has just this 9 ball left to have an opening break and run in this match. Good way to start any match if you can break and run. All right, and Tracvon takes a 1-0 lead. If you can look at their Fargo rates, they're pretty darn close. So, to me, I think this is just going to be a close match. This is a coin flip here. While Bob is racking, we want to say a big thank you to our sponsors of this event. Without them, we cannot do this event. That is Action Palace, the host venue, Absolute Billiard Service, which is owned by Josh Ebert, Crave Cure Kitchen, Action Life YouTube channel, and the Mosses. So, great group of people putting this on. Action Palace is one of the best pool rooms I've been at. And I've been to a lot of pool rooms across the country. Absolute Billiard Service, great people, some of the best table mechanics I've ever met. They do great work. Crave Cure Kitchen, looking forward to seeing this place open. This is a project Shannon Moss is involved with. Action Life YouTube channel, it's where you're watching this at. All the Action Palace board matches and any Team Cup events are going to be on this channel, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell so you know when matches are uploaded or if they go live. And then obviously Shannon and Andre, the Mosses, for putting all this stuff on. Kudos to them. Good break there by Bob. Looks like he made the wing ball and almost made another ball, but he's got a. Ooh, I didn't see that 4 ball roll over. Either the 4 or the 2 ball. Looks like he doesn't really have a good shot on the 1. I think I might have forgotten to introduce myself, but I pretty much think everybody knows who this is. If you watched any of the previous videos, this is professional trick shot artist Brian Superman Pauly. Okay, Bob going for a safety here. May not have gotten exactly what he wanted, but it's so I wouldn't say it's completely safe, but safe enough maybe. Don't know what angle Travon has on this. He might be able to cut the one in the bottom right hand corner. If he's able to do that, then continue going the track. That 7/8 is going to be in an interesting spot too. Trayvon's been pocketing balls really well. So it wouldn't surprise me if he makes this one ball. All right, took a swing at it. Didn't leave the easiest shot here for Bob. But Bob has a pretty good safety opportunity here if he wants to go for it. You can just kind of put the cue ball right around the one where the one is now and bank the one ball up table, and hopefully it gets behind either the 6 or the 2. All right, so I don't think he got exactly what he wanted, but the 2 ball still blocks the 1 a little bit. So I don't know if Trayvon can cut this 1 ball in straight. I think he has to kick at it. And a lot of things can happen when you kick at balls. Could also be playing the safe here. All right, we'll see how much this 1 ball he can hit. Because I can't tell from here. Yep. And for the safe, good speed. I don't think Bob can hit the 1 ball clean, so he's going to have to kick. All right, here we go. See what he's doing. Yep, he's kicking. Probably going 2 rails. Yep, 2 rails. Kick the 1. Kick and stick. If he needs 1 ball to go a little bit. All right. So cue ball came behind the 9. So Trayvon has to kick at this. The 7 and 8 got moved a little bit. So I think they both can be pocketed. Trayvon looking at the diamond system here, looking at whatever kick system he uses. Right, here we go. Looks like he might be going 2 rails here. 1, 2. Good hit on the 1. Look at this. Might get 3 ball. Good hit. Sometimes you get rewarded for getting the hit. All right, so I don't think he's going to really try to go offensive with this. I think he might go for a safety here. Just bank the 1 ball up table, keep the cue ball down on this end. But who knows? He might be trying to pocket the 1 ball. Yep, he went for it, and he drilled it too. Great shot. Move the 7 and 8 even more. Tough shot on the 2, but he's been cutting balls great. He's been pocketing balls great this match already. And here we go. Looks like he's going to be cutting this 2 ball. That actually might be the 4 ball. Lower left hand pocket. Yep. Good stroke. He is hitting the ball really, really good right now. Right. You want to see what angle he needs to get on the 6 so I can get to the 7. Oh, wow. Did not expect that. Maybe he just lost his focus for a millisecond or something. All right. So Bob's now at the table. He doesn't have a really good shot on this 4 ball, but he's at the table. Got a couple ways he can play this. I think he's probably going to play safe. Yep. Let's put the 4 ball right in between the 7 and 8. Give him all that table. Try to negotiate. That 4 ball might have inched out just enough that Tracvon actually has to. Well, actually, he can hit it flush. He can hit it clean. So we'll see if he goes for it or if he goes for a kick. Yeah, he's got somebody gonna come watch this. So I think we're gonna see a phone again. Which is a good idea because then you can actually look at it. Actually, you're just gonna have somebody watch it this time. Looked like a good hit, but did he hit it too much to where he gave Bob a 4 ball? Looks like Bob can make this. Either that or he could play a really good safe right here. Oh, he went for it. Good shot. I think he wanted the cue ball to come out a little bit more, but he can still pocket the 6 ball in this bottom right hand corner pocket. Taking his time. This is a big match. This was his break, so he really wants to get this game because Travon's breaking next. Good stroke. Draws back off 2 rails. See if he goes into the 8 to try to stop. I think you want to be further out towards the center of the table. But this will work. Yep. Turn the cue ball loose. Oh, wow. Hit the point. That doesn't hit the point. He was probably perfect. Kind of where he wanted. And then he just got an unfortunate roll here. Gonna have to be kicking at this 8 ball. Or maybe you can hit just the right edge of this. Yep, just the right edge. Needs the cue ball to travel a little more. Wants to give Tracvon the toughest shot possible. And he's taking his time because he has the possibility of Innocence breaking serve, getting one on Bob's rack, and then he could potentially be up 2 racks to nothing coming in and breaking. So that's what he's wanting to make sure he takes his time. Looks like a good shot there. I mean, he is pocketing balls really, really good. And just keep his head down, keep focused, and just pocket this 9. Just like so. Oh, don't scratch. Wow. Wow. Did not expect that. I didn't know why he wanted to hit that with center like that. It's an old story of Buddy Hall, and every time he had a shot like that or to win a game, high center. So then he just in that instance, a high center ball would probably just taken him up to the top rail. But somebody asked Buddy, like, why you always hit high center? And you can actually sight the cue ball and aim better when the cue tip's at high center. All right, so uncharacteristic error by Tracvon gets Bob in this match. 1-1. Now Tracvon is breaking. He has to forget about that really quick, and get focused on this game. Because what he does not want to happen is he lose focus because keep thinking about that 9 ball. Bob wins this rack on Trayvon's rack, and then comes back and it's his break. So this potentially could be a 2-game swing if Trayvon's not careful. Trayvon making sure that rack's perfect. I know they all probably agreed to use the diamond rack that is supplied with the table, but this is kind of why I like using a template rack because you avoid this. All the balls are frozen. All right, here we go. Trayvon got all the balls there to touch, freeze. He's changing sides now. This will be interesting. Well, that's exactly what he did not want to have happen. Took the time to make sure the rack was good, but he switched sides and then he just put that cue ball right in the side pocket. So now Bob has a huge opportunity here. Ball in hand. Now the one, let me see what we got here. Looks like that might be the 2 by the 5. So the 1 to the 2. Once he gets to the 2 and then he negotiates the 2, if he has a good shot after the 2, this could be a quick game. Good stroke there, good speed. I don't think the 2 ball passes the 5, so he might do the 2-5 combo. Then try to keep the 2 ball there close to the 5. Uncharacteristic miss. Didn't leave Tracvon the easiest shots. So see if Tracvon can get his focus back. Maybe pocket this 2 ball or play a good safety. All right, went for the safety here. Even though Bob can see the full 2 ball, still a pretty decent save, but Bob may come back with a pretty good save after this. Now, I don't know if he got completely behind that 5 ball. I think that's what he was wanting to do. Looks like Tracvon can hit a good piece of this 2 ball. All right, he went for the shot. He went to ride it. Oh no. That's sometimes when you try to ride the 9, this is something that can happen. Yep, he's definitely lining this up. All right, here we go. This would give him a 2-1 lead. Oh my goodness, and he missed it. Must have been a little bit more of an angle than I saw from here. All right, so he's left a wide open table, but not the easiest starter shot for Tracvon. And the 5 and the 6 is going to be interesting because that almost looks like a combo as well. Yep, he's looking at the cut in the left side pocket. All right, here we go. Plotted out his next couple moves. Good stroke there. And he's going to looking like he has that 5-6 combo that he's going to have to do, and there's a lot of distance in between this. Or he could play a little bit of a safety with the 5 ball. Oh, wow. He just rattled that. And look at this. Left it wide open for Bob. All right. 5 to the 6 is really the trouble spot here, or the interesting shot. So he may just draw this straight back for the 6 in the bottom right hand corner. Or he could come over 2 rails just like that and get the 6 up in the either side or the upper right hand corner. That's the cool part about different people. They play things differently. And there's no real wrong way to do it as long as you get your result that you want. All right, good shot there. Does he? Ooh, I think he's fine. Almost looks like he was going to stick behind the 8 ball there for a little bit. Okay, good shot on the 7. So now he can, if you, it just depends on where he feels. He could go in the bottom left or in the left side pocket. Good shot there. Let it stroke out a little bit. All right. So I think you want to be a little closer, maybe a little more straight on the 9, but this is a pretty decent shot too. Just got to bear down and focus. I don't think he banks this. I think he's cutting this. And he overcut it. Wait a minute. The cue ball come down? No, ain't going to do it. Yeah, it's positional shot to get on the 9. I think he wanted to be a little closer, a little more straight. All right, so Tracvon. This to take a 2 racks to 1 lead. All right, and it's down. So Tracvon leads 2 racks to 1 in a race to 5 here. Bob's going to be breaking here in rack number 4. Say a big thank you to the Mosses for allowing me to commentate here. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed uh, my commentary, so to speak. But they've also allowed me to kind of promote myself a little bit, so I'm appreciative of them. As I said earlier, I'm a professional trick shot artist. Have my own YouTube channel, so if you want to check that out, it is Superman Trick Shots. I post a video every Tuesday, and then each Tuesday of the month is a different theme. So the first Tuesday is a theme. Second Tuesday is a different theme. Third and fourth, and so on. So I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell so you know when I post. All right. Good controlled break by Bob. Does he get a ball? Got the 8 ball. Whew. Almost didn't think he would get anything, but he doesn't have a really good shot on the 1 ball. So I have a feeling we're going to see a push out here. Okay. Looks like he actually went for the hit and played it safe. I've been down to tie my shoe one time and then I missed the shot. All right. Trayvon with a kick shot here. Ooh, that was interesting. Didn't expect that. All right, so Bob now has an opportunity to kind of get back here. Win a rack on his break. Got ball in hand here. These balls are runnable. You just got to be very precise with your positioning. 6-7 is going to be interesting to see how either player negotiates that. Oh, he's going for the safety. Trying to move some balls around, I think. Trying to move that 6 and 7 around. Can he get through there? No, I think he's just trying to kick to the right side of the one ball and then put the one ball over to the left rail and maybe put the cue ball on the right side of the 7. So see if he does that or if he's going the opposite direction. Okay, good hit there. I think he left a hit for Bob. I don't think he left a good pocket, but he left a hit. All right, so he might thin the one ball to the left side of the table and then have the cue ball come down here on the opposite side. So, yep, just like that. Does he get behind the 5? Look at this. Good safety shot. All right, this will test his kicking knowledge and see how good his kicking system is. The question is he going one rail or two? Looks like he's going 2 rails here. Good hit. Does he make it? Oh my goodness. Hit that so good and it doesn't go. We'd like to thank Diamond Tables for the tight pocket tables. Nah, that he just got robbed. All right, jump cue's coming out. Oh man, looks like he like miscued that. I did not expect that. All right, 2 the 7 now got a little interesting. All right, so got ball in hand here. Trying to figure out what he's going to do with this 2-7. Could possibly play the 7 off the carom, off the 2. If he gets at the right position, he could play the 2 in the right-hand corner. So see what he's doing. He's looking like he's coming in 2 rails, possibly go between the window between the 9-6-3. Got the breakout. I think if he would have been a little slower on his speed, he might have gotten right there to where he could have played the 2 in the bottom right-hand corner. He still might be able to now. He might have enough of a gap between the Q and the 7 to pocket the 3. At that point, then he's just trying to figure out how to get back on the 3 ball. Good shot. I think he might be on the right side of the 3 ball. Yep, just going to try to figure out how he can get over for the 4. Just roll this in. Natural shape is to come back for the 4. Good stroke there. He wants to be fairly straight so he can get to the 5 easy. And he's got to figure out where Tracvon wants to play this 6 ball. He can get position. He can put the 6 ball pretty much in any pocket around here, around the table. So he's got to figure out where he wants to go. Yep, he's playing at the top left. Now basically just pocket this 6 ball, kind of stun draw over to the right side of the table off the rail, and then kind of back out, kind of where the 6 ball is now for the 7 ball in the bottom left hand corner. Good stroke there. Now he's going to have to figure out where does he want to play the 9 ball. Does he want to play the 9 ball on the side, or does he want to play the 9 ball in the top left corner? Probably just do a very similar stroke, just stun draw the 7 off the 7 into the rail, and then back out to where he can shoot the 9 ball in the top left hand corner. Yep, put a little more on it. Stay out of the side. Look at this, perfect. 9 on the side. This is going to take a 3 games to 1 lead in a race to 5. All right, so now we're on to game number 5. Tracvon will be racking and breaking here. It will be interesting to see if he switches back to the right side, that's where he started breaking from. While Tracvon is going to be racking here, we got to say a big thank you to the sponsors again. Going to go a little more in depth with them. Action Palace, obviously. Great host venue. Like I said, I've been to many pool rooms across the country. Action Palace is one of my favorites to be in, and that's not just because it's my home room. It's because it's set up real nice. They got a lot of 7-footers. They got enough 9-footers, and they have 2 heated 3 cushion tables. It's not a lot of pool rooms around that have that variety of table. Absolute Billiards Service. These guys are amazing at what they do. They have moved my table a couple times. They've done all of my, replacing the cloth. And I go through cloth, as you can imagine, as a trick shot artist with all the masse practice and the jump practice. Top notch work from these guys. If you look up Wilmington College on YouTube, Wilmington College in Ohio, um, they helped me do a project to where we um, revitalized the underground, which is like their gaming area. And they sold the college a new table, but then refurbished the one they had. This thing hadn't been touched in probably 35, 40 years, and they made it look like brand new. Amazing at what they do. Crave Cure Kitchen. Looking forward to see what type of food they got. They donated gift cards to the all the juniors that did the exhibition, so big hearts on them. Action Life YouTube channel. Can't say it enough. That's where you're watching this at. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notifications bell so you know when they post next. And then last but not least, the Mosses. Can't say enough about Andre and Shannon, all the stuff that they do. I can tell you from running the artistic pool division that a lot of the stuff to get these events ready, the stuff that you don't see, the stuff that's behind the scenes, it is tiresome. It is long days, long nights, but you do it because you love this. And they love this, so we should love them back. And then trying to play in something you organize, that's also not the easiest thing in the world. And while we're doing all that, Tracvon, I think he took a little speed off the brake, but he went back to the right side, made the wing ball like he did before, and actually has a decent shot on the one ball here. Pocket the one in the top left-hand corner pocket, kind of done over for the two in the upper right. The three and the six are going to be interesting where it's at. Man, good shot there. Kind of put a little more stroke on it, get the angle. Now he can pocket the two. If he does a little bit of a high inside spin, he could potentially get over for the three ball in the bottom left hand corner. That'd be a crazy shot if he gets over for it. All right, here we go. See what he does. All right, looks like he was coming out to try to play a safe or even a reverse bank into the side. Got a little bit lucky with where that nine ball ended up. So Bob doesn't have like a open shot on the three ball. So he's going to be playing a safe here. Oh, I'm sorry, he's still shooting the two ball. Never mind. It almost looked like they were shooting the three. All right, here we go. Look, pocket the two in the top left. See what he does with the three ball. See if he kind of tries to stun over and get the three ball off the rail, or does he want to try to get position on it? See what he does. Yep, he negotiated the three ball away, and oh man, greatly thought out shot, well executed, bad roll. Tough spot to be in here. He's going to have to kick at the three, kick to the top rail, One rail, we can go top rail, side rail. Could do two rails shooting down to this side of the table, side rail, bottom rail, even side rail, bottom rail, side rail for a three rail kick. He has a couple kick options here, so we'll see what he feels more comfortable with. Yeah, looks like he might be trying a three railer. Good hit. Look at this. And he gets lucky on the seven ball. You know what? The way I look at it is he had the skill and he got the hit on the three ball. That's just an added bonus. The pool gods gave you a little bit of a, hey, you had a good hit, so we'll help you out. I can't see the three ball. It looks like it does pass a six. So we can kind of just draw back a little bit for the four ball. Yeah, I think he got a little bit out of shape where he wanted to be. So is he trying to back cut this in the side? Looks like he might. Look at this shot. Look at this. Whoo, man. Almost scratched there. Now, this is going to get interesting because this is almost dead straight in. If this is dead straight in, he's just going to have to hit the six and just draw the cue ball as back as far as he can and try to get short side shape on the eight ball. Short side shape. Say that 5 times fast. Or he might be, does he have enough angle to go forward? Yes, he does. So the angle that he saw, I don't think he had an angle. He still got short side shape almost. So there is a safety here. If he just thins the eight ball, try to keep it towards the center of the table, then the cue ball will go 1, 2 rails up towards the top rail. Hopefully, putting the nine ball in between. I think that's a safety he can do. So we'll see if he tries that safety or if he does another safety, or who knows, he could try to just kick the eight ball in. Yeah, a couple options here. Yeah, but he's kicking. No, never mind. He tried my shot. Never mind. Well, he left Tracvon not the easiest of shots in the world, but Travon's been pocketing balls really well. So anytime you leave him an open shot like this, may not be the best thing. And here we go. Looks like he might be pocketing this in the bottom right. And Cubo's going to go a number of rails. Struck it really well. Okay. See what he gets up with here, because I think he was trying to miss the nine ball. Come around 2 more rails to get the nine in the side or nine in one of the corners. So he's got a really tester here. So he could bank this in the bottom left hand corner, which I don't think he would. you can cut this 9 ball all the way down to the bottom right-hand corner. I think that's your more safe shot there. So let's see what he does. There's also a safety here. There's a couple safety shots here too. So see what he does. Good shot. All right, and that puts Tracvon on the hill. Bob's gonna have a lot of work to do to try to get back to this. But I know Bob Deturk. There is not anything about him that says quit. He will fight until the last balls fall. This is rack 6. So I think this is Bob's break. I think Tracvon broke the last rack. I could be wrong, but I think they're breaking out a turn because it's 4-1. So therefore, this is rack 6, and Tracvon won the lag, and he's been breaking on the odd number games. This is rack 6. I think this is Bob's break. Yeah, we got a zoomed in view here. Needless to say, we got Tracvon racking here and breaking. It's going to go to the right side again, I'm guessing, because he's had success there. The wing ball is the 8 ball in this case, so watch the 8 ball. See if he gets that to go. Yep, went right in. Squatted the cue ball, kind of still stayed there. Great shot on the 1. Look at this. Great break, great layout. I think the really only issue that's going to be here is the 1 to the 2. If he can get the 1 in the bottom right and then kind of come back out for the 2 in the bottom left and he gets on it, then this might be a break and run to finish this match off. Tracvon started the rack, or started this match with a break and run. He could end it with a break and run. All right, good shot there on the 1. Does not want to be tree topped on the 5 like that. This makes this shot a little more tricky. Not impossible, but tricky. All right, good shot. Ooh, man, he is flirting with that corner pocket. Considering after he making the 9 ball and scratching on that shot, you try to stay away from those pockets. All right, so pocket the 3 ball, kind of bounce out so he can get a shot on the 4 ball. Doesn't really want to be straight in on the 4 ball, but he could take it being straight in and just draw back for the 5. But he kind of wants to have a little bit of an angle here on the 4 ball. Does not want to do that though. Great shot, but then just got right behind the 7 ball. He's kicking himself right now. Well, he's been successful kicking the balls, so see what happens here. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he kicks this thing in because the four ball's close to the pocket. All right, here we go. Good hit. Oh, man. Almost made the ball, but the cue ball followed it in. All right, big opportunity for Bob here. 5 balls left on the table. Toughest shot is going to be the 4 to the 5, and you get to put ball in hand on that. So it's going to be a huge thing for him. And then he'd be breaking in the next rack. So this could be a 2-game swing here. Get 2 games on the board here and get it to 4-3. Stay out of the side pocket. Ooh. Both of these guys are flirting with these pockets. Don't want to go in there. It's dark. Okay, good shot on the 5. Left himself the correct angle to get onto the 7. He just got to figure out where does he want to put the 7 ball. He can put it in any one of the 6 pockets. Yep, just let it stroke out a little bit. Yep, just pocket the 7 ball, roll this in, maybe with a little bit of a high ball. And then the 9 ball, yep, just like that. And this, there you go. Another game on the board. All right, well, Bob is racking. I just wanted to kind of give everybody a heads up of kind of what my trick shot series is on YouTube. So, like I said, it's each week of the month is something different. The first Tuesday of the month is a series I call When Does That Come Up in a Game? Because I get asked that all the time. People find out I'm a professional trick shot artist. And it's, well, that's cool and all, but when does that come up in a game? So, this series, I show the trick shots that we use in competition or we do in a show and how you can apply that to a regular game of pool. The second is cinema recreations. So we do shots from like The Color of Money, The Hustler, Pool Hall Junkies, and other things. So I recreate them in my pool room and kind of give you an idea of how to hit them. Third week is amazing trick shots and how to shoot them. That's where I take classic shots and actually go through the setup and the adjustment for you to make them. Hopefully you tag me on social media so I can see them. Then the fourth Tuesday of the month is something called Sponsor Spotlight, to where I highlight a sponsor of mine that has helped me throughout the years. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, check me out. It's Superman Trick Shots on YouTube. And I'd appreciate a subscription and a like some of the videos and click the notifications bell. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so Bob did not make the wing ball, but he made the 1. Did not have a really good shot on the 2, so he played a pretty good safe here on Tracvon. But Tracvon's been kicking really good. We'll see how well he jumps because that 2 ball's pretty straight. And as a trick shot artist, I love it. I love to see jump shots. I'm just gonna watch the 3 ball, make sure he clears it. Good hit. Little bit of luck there. We gotta take it. All right. But he doesn't really have the best shot on the three ball here. He's got a lot of safety options here. So I guess that's what I'm guessing that's what we're going to see from Tracvon here. Yep. Good safety there. Okay. He bled out a little bit. I think he wanted to keep that cue ball behind the 7 and the 9. Bob can see it, but he's going to have to do a safety shot here too. Yep, kind of the same shot, but that's probably the better result. That's kind of, I think, what Tracvon was trying to do at first. Now, does he go grab the jump cue again, or does he kick out? Yeah, I think he can go one rail on this. Yep, well, actually, he might be jumping or he might be swerving around so he get that one rail kick. Yep, swerved it. What did he leave? Okay. Didn't leave the best of shots. I mean, Bob can go for this 3-4 combo if he wants. I wouldn't see why he would. And then cutting it into the side might be a little too steep. Might play a good safety here. Could cut the 3 ball to the right of the 4 and just kind of float the cue ball right behind the 8. Oh, he did have a shot at it. He had a better angle than I saw, and that really opens his rack up. Perfect shot on the 4. So we can just kind of roll this up a little bit to get the correct angle on the 5. And just keep focused and keep on the right side of the ball, and he could run this out here. Okay, looks like he's got the right shape on the 5. Just come off the rail for the 6 in the corner. Just make sure he keeps on the right side of the 6. He can be straight on the 6. Oh, yeah, I think he's got the right spot here. Just come off the bottom rail, come up. He has to make sure he gets high enough so he can make the 7. Probably a little bit higher than the cue ball is right now. He probably wants to be on the other side of the side pocket. This will still work. I think he was just probably trying to get a little higher up. Here we go. See what he's going. Yeah, he's going to hit the 9, so he's got to negotiate what he has here. So tough shot, back cut right here, but the natural shape of the cue ball is to go 2 rails, possibly 3, for the 9 ball in the upper right hand corner. So this is just pocket the ball, make sure you got the correct speed. Cue ball will do the rest. Okay, so did not get the pot correct. Cue ball was in great shape. All right, so did not leave Tracvon the best of shots. Because if you hit this with high inside to come around, it's almost like you're going to be trying to get short side shape. And that's never fun. That's why he's trying to come maybe 4 or 5 rails to get position on the 9 in the upper right hand corner. It's a tricky shot here. Yep, he was trying. Yep, he was trying to get that short side shape. Must have threw it just a hair for it to rattle. All right, so this is just another back cut. So he's going to just focus on this, the natural shape of the cue ball, just center ball. Yep, just like that. Look at this, cue ball's in the right spot. Just keep your head down and focus. Pocket this 9 ball. Yep, spun it in. Stay out of the side pocket. Don't go in there. It's dark. All righty. Bob here with a game back. Now it's 4-3. Now we got some drama. Because if Bob were able to get this rack, then it becomes Hill with only one game to go. This is rack number 8. I think Tracvon might be in the bathroom here. But you are watching the Action Palace Amateur Team Cup 2. The defending champions, 8-Ball Scholars out of the Dayton, Ohio area, taking on Team Scotty Doesn't Know from Columbus. All right, Traylon's back, so here we go. All right, Trayvon's ready to go. See if he goes back to the right side to break. Yep, because the one side he went to the left, he didn't make the wing ball, and the cue ball went right in the side pocket. All right, so watch the 6-ball on the right side. That's the wing ball. Yep, went in right. Cue ball squatted pretty good. Okay, so the one ball did its normal path. It looks like the one ball passes the 8. So if he can pocket the one ball and get good on the 2, that'll really be helpful. But that 3 and 4 is interesting too, because I don't think the 3 ball passes the 4 in the top left corner pocket. But everything else is pretty wide open. So could elect to play a safety here to try to get ball in hand and try to move some things around. Or he could just go for the run out right now. So we'll see what he does. All right, so Travon's looked over everything, so let's see what his plan of attack is. Yep, just trying to play it safe. So he separated the 1-8. Make sure that it definitely goes now, but I think Bob has a safety rebuttal here. Does he get the cue ball up there? Yes, he does. Good shot. Tracvon does not have like I don't think he can pocket the one, so we'll just play it safe. Probably something very similar. Try to use the 8 ball in between them. He also might be looking at the kick here because he's been kicking really good. He's also tree topped on the 5 if he's going for the kick shot. Oh, wow. Even went the extra rail just to kind of help out. Left Bob a wide open shot. So now 1 to the 2 is pretty easy. 2 to the 3. Now, if he can get the right angle on the 2 ball, pocket the 2 ball, and then float over for the 3 on the side, that would be ideal. And I think he's got it. Oh, wow. Looks like the 3 ball must have passed because he shot it and got shaped like the 3 ball passed. I thought it didn't pass. He could have just cut the 2 ball on the side and floated up for the 3 in the same pocket. Okay. So Tracvon doesn't have like the easiest direct starting shot. He may have to bank this. But if he goes for the bank, natural shape will get him into kind of the area that he needs to pocket the 3 on the side. And I think that's what he was looking at. He went for it. He got the shot. Look at this. Does he get the window? Wow. Great shot. He went for it. He's playing pretty good right now. Okay. So, yeah, he's going to elevate. He's going to try to stop the 3 ball right there so he can put the 4 in the top left. It's either that or he can go more level and follow up off the rail. See what angle he has here on the 3. Yep, he's just going to hit it nice and soft. Cut the 4 in, stun it, stun the cue ball over for the 5 in the bottom right. Or it could even hit the cue ball into the 9 to use that as a kind of a stopper. That's what he's kind of looking at now. And it might even go too. So we'll see what he does. But that 7 ball is kind of in the way for that cue ball to stun over for the 5 ball. All right, so see what he does here. Good stroke, good speed. Look at this. Nicely done. So now he's just going to have to pocket the 5, kind of come out. If it comes out far enough, he'll have the right angle to get on the 8. Getting straight on the 7 ball would be okay, but ideally you don't want to be on the right side of the 7. You kind of want to cut this to the left side and then have the cue ball come to the side rail and out for the 8. Good stroke there. Didn't quite get exactly where I think he probably wanted to be, but this is still work. I mean, he can just drag draw this over a little bit for the 8 ball. Just going to pull this back almost towards center pocket, or not center pocket, center table. All right, here we go. All right, good shot. Just taking his medicine. I wasn't trying to create a better angle, get the cue ball closer to the 8, and just make the ball. Get an angle that'll work. All right, so basically just pocket the 8, come out towards center table, and that would put a bow on this match. That would give Scotty Doesn't Know an 8-5 lead in this race to 11. Struck that good with authority and got shape. All right, this will get Team Scotty Doesn't Know to 8-5 in this race to 11. And there we go. You have been watching the Action Palace Amateur Team Cup 2 on Action Life YouTube channel.